Once again, you are on the Watch for the Wednesdays with Michael and
Tatiana.
hey, we appreciate y'all logging in and listening to us, man. This once again, Watch for the Hook Wednesdays with the Watch for the Hook Business and Entrepreneur Podcast. And hey, Miss Parker, I think we just need to go on and just off in real deep.
We do, but look, I know this is 2 Wednesdays removed, right? But I still want to say shout out to Coach Dawn Staley. Love her. Like, I just talk about her forever. She is like the freaking best. 2 Wednesdays removed from the championship win, but I just had to say that. I mean, give flowers where flowers are deserved. Give credit where credit is due, and I freaking love her.
And what you want to also give credit is too is that she is the only black woman
Love it.
with 3+ NCAA Women's Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So, we just got to acknowledge that.
And she got what? At the very least one player that's in the WNBA that still comes back, like referencing her, talking about her,
really.
talking about like the most
Yeah,
one.
most recent number overall.
Yeah, the most recent one. Like I freaking just love Coach Dawn Staley. She exudes what coaching looks like. Like we deal with coaching with our kids and how coaching impacts them. Good, bad, positive, negative, indifferent. And she is just freaking great. But yeah, these people are like, why are they talking about that on a
But
she's a business though. She is a business.
yeah, but also in the business tip, she also said the parents had to buy in.
Okay, like you were super sold when she said that. You was like, there she go. She was not excluding the community. Yeah. Yeah, she talked about how she benched the player because the player wasn't doing whatever, she didn't want them to do, and she reached out to the parent, and the parent co-signed the bench. Let me tell you something. Coach Dunn never called me and said, I'm about to bench your kid. I'd be like, do what you got to do, coach.
And so when we go into this whole thing about the community,
Yeah.
also going to just go into what we're talking about as our topic. Our topic is what we're looking at today is just like, for owners, entrepreneurs, business owners. If we had to take too much time explaining to you, that means it went over your head.
Yeah. And that's what you feel like when you A are being questioned about it, you're like, or B, you're at the point where you're trying to explain it again, you're like, it's exhausting at that point. Okay, it's exhausting.
And so we like I said, we're gonna always reference Watch for the Hook. Yeah, also if you want to come by, check out our latest apparel, you can come by www.watch4hook.com. And so people are like, hey man, so what is the hook? And like it took us like a few years to explain it.
Yeah.
And the hook is just any unforeseen circumstance that hinder you from achieving the greatness you seek in life. That's a hook. So a hook for me and my family was I caught cancer.
You didn't catch cancer. It is not a communicable disease.
Well,
He was diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah, they don't run shit. The motherfucker touched me.
But it took so many years and iterations for us to realize that, all right, we have to define it, which is why our next go around, which is coming, we don't have to define it.
Legacy greater than me.
Was explained in 9 words.
Yes.
9 words.
The legacy I leave will be greater than me.
Legacy greater than me. It's coming. Watch out for it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Also, we got one in between it. And so it really refers to this topic about if we have to explain it to you, then that means it just went too deep for you.
You don't get it. It's not even necessarily that it went too deep. It's that you just don't get it. Plus, one of our designs, it sold really, really well, but we think it could have sold even better. But now, hindsight 22, we look back and we're like, okay, that was 3 designs morphed into one. And so now we know that we need to, splice the thing up, right?
Yeah. And the design I'm talking about is behind the scenes too.
Yeah. No. The slavery one.
Well, maybe we got multiple ones. Because behind the scenes T was also in the same category.
Well, the one that preceded that one was the slavery design.
Yeah, so what Ms. Parker is referring to is that we had a design for a hoodie in 2020
so good. And I think it really had to do with the fact it was like the color of the actual hoodie.
So this is what the design concept behind the whole thing. It was supposedly we were doing a montage to the pyramids of Giza.
Yeah, right.
So if any African American understands, one of the greatest architectural designs ever in the history of man are the three pyramids of Giza.
Right, right.
Which right now people cannot replicate those actual designs.
They ain't figured it out.
To this day. They can't right now. Like all the manpower, all the archaeology, all the technology, they cannot reproduce the three pyramids of Giza anywhere in the world. And they're just like, we don't know how it worked, but it worked. But what we're gonna say is black folks built that shit. And we built that bitch before some other shit. So we took a montage of that. The first background was three pyramids. The second background was the sand colored hoodie.
Yeah.
We chose sand because
it was representative of
Egypt.
Yeah.
The Sahara is Africa. Most of northern Africa is desert. And so we chose a sand color hoodie because that represents the sand color.
Yeah.
And then what we did was this is the third. So now we're to the third aspect design. Slavery interrupted Black history.
I love that.
And we put that on each right side the triangle
going down. Down.
Of pyramids. Yeah. So then we got a fourth layer.
Yeah.
We put the red, the black, and the green, which is mostly the colors associated with the continent of Africa.
Right.
So what we're saying is we went 4 layers deeper.
Right.
Man.
But hold on. Actually, we went 5.
Yeah, because
pyramids were sitting on top of a body of water.
Yep.
Which at that point we made the body of water be watch for the hook.
Exactly.
Which would have equated to what, Michael?
Nile River.
Right.
Then watch for the hook was also a 6 layer. So that was like 6 layers deep.
Yeah, it was a lot.
And that was our third design.
Yeah.
That was our third design jump. And it had like 6 layers.
It was a lot.
And now looking back on it, our design was so complex. People that were manufacturing our design had to split it up because they ran out of sand color hoodies.
Yeah.
Then they had to go to a light brown or like a cream color because they couldn't grab all of them at the same time.
Fly. And like it was a lot. So like if I had to go and redo that, I would make something that complicated or that complex for simply you and me to wear as pieces, special pieces, customized pieces, and maybe bring something to the general public a little bit more simplistic or refined, right?
Yeah, we honestly could just did like we talked about sometimes, just using wording.
Flipping it to phrasing.
Yeah, just going to it like a statement piece.
Right. Statement piece, actually. Yeah. The statement would be simply there versus having the colors that were representative of the continent of Africa, the body of water that was representative of the Nile, the 3 triangles of different sizes that were representative of the pyramids of Giza, and then having our phrasing within the pyramids. It was a fucking lot.
But wasn't a lot. How we felt like we needed to do it for our people, for our culture. It just wasn't even a lot for us.
So it took a lot of explanation if you were at the point that you wanted to figure that out. If you even recognized all of the different elements within that garment. It was a lot.
And the garment still looked great.
Yeah, but one thing we figured out, motherfuckers don't like to think. Sorry. So I don't like to think. People don't like to think. They think that much.
But that's also the crazy aspect is you're not wrong.
Was it too blatant?
No.
Okay, I'd be like real open and real direct.
Your explanation is correct.
They don't like to think. The people don't like
it. Has to go.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't go that quick, it doesn't sell. So let's just talk about other things we've seen in this world. I'm not gonna call out.
I won't be specific.
I'm not gonna be specific because I don't think
And we can only have these opinions because we've gone through this, right?
Yeah.
So even with Watch for the Hook, we've gone through some logo iterations, which you call it iteration, I call it evolution.
Yes,
because it goes back to being in a box but not trying to be in one. You know,
the episode.
That's an episode. Like, do you really want to be associated to the glove or not? So once you figure out whether or not you want to be associated to the glove, then you have to determine whether or not you want that glove in your logo. So our logo now has disassociated us from the glove because the hook is no longer having the glove represent it. The hook is now a definition.
But it's also always been metaphorical.
It's always been a metaphor, but coming out the gate, we had it being tied to the glove, and we know now that shit was confusing.
Yes, because listen, what you always gotta understand is that when we define the hook, which we are understood the hook from a long time
Because it
ago,
was personal to
it's
us.
personal. The hook is if something bad happened to Miss Parker.
Unforeseen circumstance that is trying to hinder you from achieving the greatness you seek in life.
And so they're just saying like if Miss Parker was down and out, that's a hook. So that means Michael gonna step up and take care of the family and make sure the girls are good and all this stuff.
Right.
You know, if something happened to either one of our mamas, you know what I'm saying? That's a hook. You know, my wife still has her grandmother around. Shout out to Big Mama. Listen, you know,
still keeping it real.
yeah. Big Mama still keeping the ruckus, and I'm keeping the 100 because, like, both my my sister grandparents have been gone. The latest one died in 2006, and so I have loved Big Mama like she like she my grandmama. Look, I'm telling
you met my great grandma, didn't you?
Yeah, that's crazy. Like I met my wife's great grandmother, and then talking to one of my family members on my daddy's side. I never knew that my great grandmama was alive when I was born.
Yeah.
My great grandma on my daddy's side died when I was 3. She died in 82. I was like 2 or 3. So even just understand that, you just like, oh wow. And you're probably trying to back. How does that understand go back to when you're talking about you're trying to figure out what we're talking about?
But what I want to say is super quick. My great grandfather died in 1999, and I was very much raised around him. Like I remember him. Like I remember his voice, how he sound, his morals and principles that he stood for. My great grandmother passed in 2005. I very much knew them. She liked Mountain Dew. Okay. Okay. She liked Mountain Dew.
So you talking about so what we're looking at is what we're understanding is you don't have to explain something that just goes into what you know.
Yeah.
And so that's how it flowed. Like her great grand was a Papa George. Papa George was a business owner, right?
My grandpa, yeah.
So Papa George was a business owner.
Yeah.
My grandparents were business owners.
Yeah.
So it's in our blood. Basically,
even my biological grandpa, he was a supreme farmer.
Yeah.
My biological father was construction.
Yeah. So what we're looking at is just like when you trying not to explain something, there's a lot of things that are already hidden.
Yeah.
That are already running with you. They're already there. So when this good, you don't have to make a big fuss or explain it. It's already accepted. And that's why we were talking about designs, logo, businesses, ideas, business ventures, all this stuff. Like we're looking at things like, hey, we just had, I'm gonna tell you, I'm going on another tangent again.
Tangent.
We've always tried to understand why does the system that promotes us, and I say us, small to medium business owners, take so much effort to go against us?
I love it.
It's like we do not get the breaks And we say, these are the breaks.
Hey, break it up, break it up, break it up, break it down.
We don't get those breaks as large companies get.
No, we don't.
And
they damn sure just took some of them away.
They were taking so many of them.
About.
They taking so many of them away.
Them Texas.
Man, it's like,
you were pissed.
I'm still pissed. Fuck them. Kiss my ragged ass ass. Kiss my
so pissed. I was cracking up.
Kiss my anti-ass sugar. Shout out to the late Delarese.
I love that.
Kiss my anti-ass sugar. Fuck y'all.
Oh, I'm tired of nights now.
Because they're not helping us, man. This is the thing.
They don't want to help us.
It's crazy. So, when I explained this to my wife like a couple of weeks ago, this DEI.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
So why are a bunch of businesses promoting DEI when you get to the legislative branch, canceling us out?
They demoting it.
So if a promotion and a demotion happen at the same time, tell me this.
That's right.
You stole me. You stole my thunder.
I'm sorry.
Let me go log off. So
you deposit 10 and then deduct 10.
So I had this idea in my head, and I'm gonna give y'all some math classes. This new era says it doesn't matter how you get there as long as you get there. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a math session. 4 plus 0 is 4, right? 3 plus 1 is 0.
No, what?
3 plus 1 is 4. Just get me wrong.
No, that was wrong.
So she start over. 4 plus 0 is still 4, right?
Right.
3 plus 1 is still 4.
Right.
2 plus 2 is still 4.
That's right. It's different ways to still get to 4.
1 plus 3 is still 4. 0 plus 4 is still 4.
Yeah.
They're now teaching you it doesn't matter how you get to 4.
Right.
That's bullshit.
That's debits and credits.
No. It does matter how you fucking get to 4. You know why?
Why?
Because in those steps, they're fucking you on how you get to 4.
Stop.
That's the truth. They just basically said, so I'm gonna give you this real world example. This is what we just learned on the taxes the other few weeks ago. If I go 0, if I put 0 into my business,
right,
and I said I needed to deduct $4 from my business, the Internal Revenue Service said because you got $0 in, we can't deduct that for.
Yeah.
All right. So how do we get the 4? You hear me? We didn't get the 4. We still at 0. All right. Let's go 1.
Mm-hmm.
If I put $1 into my business, and then I said I need to deduct $3 from my business, still trying to get the 4. They just told me only because you put $1 into your business, you can only deduct $1 out.
Yeah.
So the deductions into your business, the business deductions, the flights, the business means the food, the putting it in you, buying the revenue, the buying the camera, buying the print equipment,
the product,
buying all the product, buying the damn,
paying for malware, web root,
all this stuff. Just putting things into your business.
Yeah.
That you hear on all these podcasts, they say you need to pour into your business.
Right.
We have now poured into our business.
And stuff is running not over. Out.
They just drained the swamp.
Yeah. Now you can't reap any benefits off of pouring into your business.
How would that make you feel?
That may piss me the fuck off.
What do you do?
Piss me the fuck off. That's all I got. Piss me the fuck off.
For years. So listen. They're not saying, and I'm trying to get y'all to understand, I'm not an SBA or CPA or certified.
I was like, what? SBA small business ass.
Yeah, that too. I'm a small business ass motherfucker, but I'm not a certified public accountant. What I'm telling y'all is that what they did. So me and Miss Parker are now in a partnership. S Corp
LLC.
We all in following one of 2, 3, 4 brackets. What they said was for your small business ass that don't generate a lot of revenue, be fucking you.
Yeah, if you don't generate X amount of revenue. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
And what they said was, so this is an example.
You have totally diverted from if you have to keep explaining it, they don't get it.
I'm still explaining it.
Okay.
Let's explain.
I guess. Let's go.
All right. So, like this, let's go to design. Right. So, me and Miss Parker paid a graphic designer.
That shit don't count. How the fuck you gonna tell me that shit don't count?
So, if we paid a graphic design
for my business,
$200 per design.
That's expensive as fuck.
And we got 3 designs.
Oh, okay. Well, that's $600.
That's $600.
Oh, yeah.
So look at it like this. Let's say the designs just didn't sell.
Oh, that's true.
So they count as a loss.
It happens. Yeah.
They count as a loss.
That doesn't negate the fact that you paid for the design. You bought the product for the design. You printed the design. You use your time, energy, and effort on that design to get that design to your website ready to sell.
Pay for the advertising.
Nobody gives a damn. Yeah. They don't care no more.
So that was $600 just for the design.
Right.
Just for getting those designs. You turned around and said that cost me $12,000.
Right.
My business. That's a $12,000 loss.
Right.
You can't write that off.
No, because no one gives a damn if only you put in $10,000 January 1, 2023.
And so that's what we're saying. When we're looking at those designs, and your designs were not even that complex or simple. They were just like, look at me, boo. Talk to me, girl.
What's the one about sis?
What up, sis?
Oh, yeah.
So just think about it. Those designs weren't even hard.
Nah.
They weren't even that deep.
You probably put them shits on Canva. Didn't even put no color behind.
Why you getting that props? They didn't deserve that.
My man.
But I'm just saying, like, at that point in time, that doesn't negate what you put into it.
No, it doesn't. But now you don't reap any benefit from having put in all of that into your business, from pouring into your business. You no longer reap that benefit.
Exactly. And so now you're looking at just some fact, you're like, so I've made these designs. I've tried to make them work. I've went through the coordination of getting them design, getting them put on these abstract designs and making them work. They did not hit.
Yeah. But now I can't work with any of that. But just to go back to the fact of if you have to keep explaining it, they don't get it. I've seen so many logos where questioning is what this individual or entity holding. Is it food? Is it what is it? What does that translate into? For us, the issue we had was the glove wasn't there. So a lot of the times we gotta ask the question of, do y'all teach boxing? No, fuck, we don't teach boxing. The hook is a metaphor. So we had to go extra steps, extra miles to be able to explain that and translate that. So hopefully that it, spews over, rolls over. And I've seen some logos where I'm confused. I'm just so confused. It ain't even logos, it's designs. It's anything that I have to keep questioning. What is it? And you have to keep explaining what it is. Then somebody don't get it. It's either I don't get it or you don't get it. Or maybe we don't get it. So maybe we have to look at other avenues to be able to make what it is you're trying to say translate into what I need to hear, or maybe it's different ways to communicate. But if you have to keep explaining it, i.e. for us, well, do y'all teach boxing? No. We figured out. They don't get it. So we made changes. We removed glove. The hook is still there. The hook has always been there. It has now been defined. Because the hook needs to be understood as it is a metaphor.
Yes.
It's an unforeseen circumstance in life that is trying to hinder you from achieving the greatness you see. You achieve. You seek. I'm sorry, I said that wrong.
And it's just like a lot of people may think, oh, it's such an easy design.
Yeah.
It's such an easy concept. It's only easy because you created it.
Yeah.
a lot of people don't even realize. So when you look at a lot of these big time designers, and they be like, "Ooh, that is such a great design." It's just really simple.
But the question is, does it translate? Does it translate? Which is why on our next round out, we are making sure
the next 2 rounds, they're gonna translate.
There is nothing to translate there. It is there. It is 9 words. So you don't even have to ask me, because whenever I say that phrase, the sub phrase is going to follow immediately after. That's it.
You just said one phrase. We got 2 phrases, right?
There's a sub phrase.
Yep.
There is a phrase, and then there is a sub phrase. That sub phrase is going to define it all.
Yeah. And like Miss Parker was talking about, the one we get ready to push out coming up real soon is that I was gonna kill them with this one, but they still alive.
Damn, they still alive.
And you know why we came with that corn phrase? It was for the shit we had to explain.
Yep. We had to explain it because they didn't get it. That's how the goddamn explaining it, which lets us know on our end there was some shit lost in translation.
That doesn't mean it wasn't a good design.
No, wonderful designs, but you just gotta explain it.
And what we learned is, if you gotta explain this shit,
they don't get it.
It ain't gonna sell right.
There's the potential for it to not sell how you anticipated it selling.
That's why
much ambiguity.
What we learned is a lot of people that sell certain things, they only sell a graphic. They just sell something. Tell you in the advertising what it means.
Yeah.
You know, we ain't gonna get them that props because motherfuckers ain't paying us. Miss Parker, I appreciate you getting in on this with love with us. And I'm gonna get you to tell the people, you know, besides Legacy Greater Than Me coming soon.
It's coming. I'm excited.
Also, before that, what we're gonna tell y'all is right now. If I won't kill him with this one, if they still alive. Hey, that's gonna drop in the next couple of weeks. So just hang in there with us. Hang in there with Watch for the Hook, www.watchforthehook.com. If you're looking to monetize anything you got going, not a podcast, just not. If you're looking to get into the retail business or the e-commerce business, come by here, www.watchforthehook.com. That free podcast monetization call. Talk to me and Miss Park.
That's right. That's it. That's all I got right there. I think we didn't talk enough.
All right, we'll catch y'all next time.